record 2 articles, one entitled Shut Out of DACA and Traditional Jobs, Young Immigrants Start Businesses. Second one, What Rising Immigration Really Means for the State of California's Economy. I can submit those for the record, sir?
Without objection.
And first, I want to thank all of our witnesses here today for being here to give us your perspective. Immigration is the issue of America. We're all immigrants here today. I look around, none of you here are natural American Indians. All of our ancestors came to this country. And God knows 2 or 3 generations ago what the newspapers would have said. But I think if we look into those newspapers, the rhetoric was probably the same. And Mr. Carmota, you started talking a little bit about the cost benefit. I'd like to see more research into that because, you know, California today, we're the fourth largest economy in the world, and we're a net donor of revenue to the federal government. That stopped temporarily during COVID. We have probably the most manufacturing in the United States, and I can tell you who works at those jobs, okay? A lot of our farm industry, ag, relies on undocumented workers. You're not going to deport them. You know, this country, as a national defense policy, we need to be independent and strong in 2 areas. Energy production. No more OPEC oil embargoes. And number 2, food production. Heaven forbid it if we have to import our food one of these days. And that second one, food, that's agriculture. You know, in 2019, I got a phone call from a lobbyist on the poultry industry. 2019, there was an immigration raid in Mississippi, picked up 680 undocumented workers at a poultry plant. You know what that did to that county? Brought it to a standstill. And this lobbyist for the poultry industry wanted my help to keep those workers going. So, you know, we do need to look at both sides of the issue and really deal with the facts. Now, Ms. Sosa, I heard some of your comments. I'm probably the only member in Congress that was in Tijuana, Mexico, inspecting, touring the Ukrainian refugee camps. I saw those refugees being processed. You know how long it would take them to get processed? About 2 or 3 days. You know where those camps are at now? They're closed. You know why they're closed? Because now a Ukrainian asylum seeker can apply directly from Europe to come to the U.S. One of my colleagues the other day was saying, you know, we can use Ukrainians, but the reason he was saying that, and I don't think he understood what he was talking about, was Ukrainians can get a work permit right away. These other folks can't. So we have to really look and drill down into the facts to figure out what a good immigration policy needs to be for the United States. It's not zero, it's not all, it's a good position for this country. Talk about farm workers. Let's talk about Silicon Valley in California. We still do some ass kicking over there. High tech, research and development, biotech. We are the world's leaders. You know what those workers, you know where they're from? A lot of them, Indian Americans, Asian Americans. And Silicon Valley, if you talk to that industry, they can't get enough workers from there. We need immigrants. What we need is an adjustment to our immigration policy. When it comes to asylum seekers, Mr. Carmota, you talked about the U.S. being in unprecedented territory. 20% of our population now, foreign-born. Unprecedented. It used to be like 19. Now it's 20%. 100 years ago, it was 19.
14.8 is the peak in 1890.
The numbers I saw was, well, okay, we'll buy your numbers. Are some of those immigrants participating in our nation's military?
You're talking about the whole foreign-born. There should be no illegal immigrants in the military.
Can't be, but a lot of green card holders are part of our military.
Absolutely.
And a lot of undocumented immigrants want to join the military and they can't. So the fact that you have such a high number doesn't mean it's bad for the U.S. I bet you if those undocumented could, they would join the military, and they would be true Americans. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm out of time, and I yield.
Thank you. Mr. Tiffany.
Thank you.